Big sense of humour and wait until I get your one.
What do you call a gender-neutral person
I don't know.
who's lactose intolerant?
I don't know.
Non-binary.
Oh, God, damn.
It's so cheesy, but it's the best dad joke ever. Some of them are brilliant. Some dad jokes are proper funny.
Hang on, can I tick every category of my stream right now for the what it is?
Right, so 12 have accepted, 2 we're missing. That's Shark Bites by... No.
Content labels, here we go. Let's list the...
The new Hitman is in, Checo Bress isn't, Leo Fernie isn't, Abel MTS isn't, Shark Bite is...
Here we go, I've just ticked everything.
Shark Bait, Shoemaker's
Hey,
in,
Matt.
Kelly's in, Baraba's in, Tech Leader's in, Ginger Bush is in, John Andrews is in, Dan Lick is in, Future Revenge is in, Jay is in, Emo, and then it's the other new guy, so that's the guy we're waiting on. Yeah, go on, Dan.
Hey, Matt, did you hear what happened in Kenya today?
No.
Kenya fit these nuts?
Oh, God, Dad. Yeah, my profanity filter's just worked on my stream, so...
You streaming tonight, Matt?
Yeah, Ram League, mate.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
You alright, mate?
Hey, Dan. Dan. Dan.
Yeah.
Rob's just gave him on you ready. What do a pizza boy and a gynecologist have in common?
What?
They can smell it but not eat it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's fucking brilliant, that.
Why did Princess Diana cross the road?
Don't know.
She wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
Oh my fucking god. I'm using that.
Theo, is anybody here offended by him? No. So,
No Rocket League tournament then, Matt?
No, I'm streaming. From 10 minutes. That's me.
Who's streaming with you?
Me and PN, because Jamie's a fucking no-show again.
he's another fucking posse, isn't he?
Gay boy, you up for it?
Dan, I think he's talking to you.
Sorry, wait, what?
Oh, no, it's alright. I was expecting you to react and I was going to say you know your name then. Man's Rocket League tournament.
Sure.
I'll be receiving a picture that you won a diamond one or something. You wait.
We won a, what's the next one up? Champion.
Yeah. What's better than winning a gold medal at the Paralympic Games?
Go on.
Go
Walking.
on, sorry. Go on.
He said it.
What's better than winning a gold medal at the Paralympic Games?
Yeah?
Walking.
Not a fan of that one.
Fuck's sake.
I bet the Paralympics TikTok channel's a fan of that one.
Fucking hell. I still can't believe that. That's terrible, that is, isn't it?
Oh my god, that's fucked up.
Go on.
How are corpses similar to pools?
Oh.
No
They're
idea.
cold at first when you get in, but it warms up after.
Fucking hell!
God. Fucking
How do you
God.
start a party in Ethiopia?
Sorry?
Oh, no,
How do you
no,
start
no.
a party in Ethiopia?
Don't know.
Stick a piece of toast at ceiling.
I know who you am. I'm not saying him. I'm not saying him. I'm not saying him. I'm not saying him.
Oh my god!
What do you call two Ethiopians in a sleeping bag?
Don't know.
Twix. The jokes are gonna get bad. Get that
What's
system before.
What's the difference between Anne Frank and Santa Claus?
Oh god. Oh no.
Which way they go up the chimney?
Oh. Oh god.
I tell you what, I'm glad you forced Emo guy into this Nissan, by the way.
Nissan,
Okay.
we told him the Porsche.
Are we having a few practice games, Dan, or are we waiting for this tourney?
Mate, I'd do whatever. Do whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
I went to
he's
you
setting the
two busy
Nissan,
reading
mate.
jokes.
He's told me
Yeah.
I'm
Nissan.
reading, I can play and read.
Fair enough. Let's go.
He's
then.
told me Nissan. He's registered it Nissan to me. Is what he's told
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. You did in this now.
Hey Matt,
Yeah, man.
why can't Chinese kids play baseball?
I don't know.
Because they eat the bat.
It's so shit. The shit ones are the funnier ones, mate. Honest to God.
Thing is, though, it's ironically true because they do eat bats and dogs.
Which Nissan is he in? I imagine
Oh,
20
fucking
is
shit,
the
that's why we had fucking COVID.
Yeah. I think
fuck
that's the
off.
18.
I'm quite far away, I can't fucking see the TV.
Yeah, I think that's the 2018.
Oh,
Look at
shit.
that.
Oh, I'll move the sofa in a minute, can't be asked.
one. Right. Piano, are we winning the... In fact, we've got a few minutes left yet, haven't we, actually?
We've got a couple of minutes, haven't we?
Yeah. Has, while I'm waiting, has Mr. JWW...
Oh, that did not work. Oh, okay.
There he is.
Oh, his car got in my fucking way. That went wrong way.
It's alright, as in, we'll have it in now. We'll have it now, not obviously in the tournament.
So should we just assume Jamie's being eaten by velociraptors?
I just assume Jamie's just decided to. No.
Is he done tipped all
No.
ball over?
No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
He's been eaten by velociraptors.
The
Oh,
fuck am I
shit.
doing?
Wankers.
Oh god, I need to learn how to play fucking Rocket League again. I've been too busy looking after my dinosaurs. Right, come on, Dan. Get in the fucking zone.
You are speed. Oh, I've got to go and have a party ready. And have a whiz.
I don't think that's the most unleashed video yet.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna go in the com box.
Yeah, I'll be with you in a
see you
minute.
later, mate.
Yeah, see you in a
Enjoy.
bit. Yeah. Bye. Bye.
Oh, da, 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 da.
Oh, fucking missed it.
Alright, we have our shit game now.
That was shit from both of us, then.
Yeah, I kind of overflipped.
You're right, man. Oh my fucking god. What are we doing here?
I was waiting for him to do the fucking chip.
First place I go.
Fuck's sake.
Fucking Jay finally gets his teammate next week. That'd be nice for him. Look, he cunts had 3 weeks in Mexico. Oof, sounds nice, doesn't it?
Go on, get a goal. Oh!
They both kind of pinched me.
Oh, Dan. Rob Fantavideo, he sent it me on Instagram the other day. People on Rocket League on PC have been using it with like lines coming off the ball, so you know where to hit it and where to make it bounce in.
Did you ever play
Yahoo
stuff? Pool?
Yeah.
Oh, you know how you'd have the lines come up? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they knew exactly where it was going to land and bounce from.
Yeah.
I've said to Matt lately, people keep parking the ball up on middle of the wall and that ball landing on them, and I think I've said to Matt that's what they must be doing.
Of course, they do it enough times, they end up being quite good at it, and then learning to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without the lines.
Oh.
I heard him coming, and I knew he was going to fucking deflect it. Are you fucking shitting me?
Not a fucking other one, you cunts.
Ben Bath isn't.
Don't you fuck that up.
I nearly fucking did. I nearly fucking did, look.
Oh, this cunt said McLaren, not Lamborghini. Oh, I noticed a nice driver's name down on the Lamborghini. Barwell Motorsport livery. Old Rob Collard. Yeah, or Collard. What a guy.
What a lad.
What a lad.
His son's faster, though.
Yeah. He's being robbed a bit this season. Jeremy asking when next touring car race was this morning, so I had a look. It's fucking a month away, yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting that one was a bad job.
Croft.
Congratulations to this wank tournament on this wank game.
We'll be fucking destroying it now, you watch.
Dean turning up tonight?
No, he's been pushed into Pro-Am.
Why?
Welsh has dropped out 'cause his company's being took over by Direct Line. And Dean texted me Thursday saying, look, there's no way I can do Tuesdays, too late on Wick Boys' football training. I said, all right, let me speak with admin. Welsh has dropped out, there's a chance we can give you a space. So we said, yeah, put me Pro-Am. We have said to him, you keep fucking us about, you're all gone. So we kind of warned him. But he's back in Pro-Am, and we'll see if he turns up tomorrow night. Right, start the stream. And then I am jumping in the commentary box.
Because you're gay.
Catch you after if anybody's on.
See you in a bit.
PN Motorsport.
So it might be a case of rip my Twitch because Dan telling them jokes while I'm live.
Ah, brilliant.
But luckily you can put new content classification, and one of them significant profanity and vulgarity. Which is fucking good. Sexual themes, so yeah. Well, okay. Violent and graphic depictions, so yeah, I've just clicked everything.
Round 3 of the AM season, and we head to sunny Spain.
And it is sun. Right, before we go and do anything, I want to have a whiz. Oh, bloody hell.
I think Kelly thought he'd come back to having it to be a doddle.
Yeah, but now he's probably got to figure out that Emo guy.
Well, let him.
I've seen some races with Wolfie, they're violent graphic depictions of motor racing. Yeah, when he murdered Daz and coming out the pit lane at Paul Ricard last season. Of course, because it's dry, this race, people are going to push like fucking crazy.
We're going to start to see, like, we're going to get an actual clear view of who is actually the quick drivers in this category.
Yeah.
Like, because we've seen changeable conditions or we've seen wet conditions. So I don't think we've seen anybody's true pace. This is clear skies, as it would have been for us last season. High temperatures.
Yeah.
A chance for them all to just fucking drop the hammer and push like fuck.
Yeah. Which means my teammate will be further behind me.
100%. And he's been the disappointment of this whole season so far.
Yeah, so I'll get the standard edition of Starfield. Will have a disc in it there. Microsoft have done a U-turn.
Yeah, DJ Phil has been the biggest disappointment of this entire Pro-Am season so far for me. All that pace he's had in the wet races, and then he forgets to change his tyres, he forgets to fucking ready up.
Even though we've told him as well.
Yeah.
Me and my mate, who's in the party as race engineer, we've all told him, don't forget to change your tyres. If there was contract talks for the next season, even though I'm probably going to be racing elsewhere because I can't do Wednesdays anymore. You're fired! Yeah. Oh, we've lost a driver. Who have you lost?
Somebody from the top.
Schumacher.
Yeah.
Wonder if he's letting his Wi-Fi issues out now.
I hope so, because I was gutted for him last week.
I was gutted. He had that race won,
yeah.
didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Form Team Heckles. Helston. In Aston's, yeah? Yeah, good. No, wait, Jags. I've got to run the Jag if I go to the Ram. I'm talking to the chat.
Chat with Simplay Motorsport.
Yeah, that's Michael J. So he will be in the Simplay Motorsport stream as well.
Oh, you know Micro J's. Right, okay.
Yeah, and Daz.
Daz in your stream. Daz!
No, he's not in my stream.
Got excited then.
Is Daz working today, Jay? Or don't you know?
I know he's racing tomorrow.
So I've got Gran Turismo logos on my... Not Gran Turismo logos. Simplay logos on my cars on Gran Turismo now. I did the Toyota race on Sunday. Well, that was a clusterfuck.
You're not streaming?
No. He's working later tonight. Daz is apparently. Schumacher's back in.
Shoemaker.
He is. Yeah, Shoemaker's back in. So 13, we're missing Leon. No surprise there.
Yeah, he said before season started when he signed up. I work a lot now in the week, so Leon Checo, who's not raced, and I'm going to be messaging him tonight.
Look.
And then NTS, who I haven't seen since week 1 either.
No, and he quit out of that race, didn't he?
Yeah, so I'm going to be messaging Checo and NTS. Leon, I think I might leave him because he already said when he signed up, might struggle to make them because of work.
Because there's no different like Sutty when Sutty has to work. Oh my god, Dean's just commented on YouTube. Gone, hi all.
Who has?
Dean.
What, on Sim Play YouTube?
Yeah. He just said hi all.
I have just seen. Fucking hell. Are you feeling alright?
Think my pedals aren't working. Use a controller.
Who just put that?
Shoemaker.
Ah.
Use a controller, get a finish on the controller. Input. Should be about 16 in AM and
There's 18 in AM.
there's 18 in AM.
18, yeah, but 2 obviously can't race tonight.
No, and whoever the other one was, the ones that.
What other one?
Oh, come on, Discord and load. Thank
Ant
you.
and Ben can't race. There's 12 that's confirmed, and then there's John who
Yeah.
hasn't confirmed but is in, and then
Yeah.
the other 3 we've just been on about.
Yeah.
Guess what? Which one?
Let's see if we can get Danvik for no footage again for a third race in a row.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Barababa and chat, wasn't it? Daniele Fassina. Was that Barra? Yeah, that's Baraba. Alessandro Baraba.
Yeah.
How did he write that and drive at the same time? Is he texting one hand and driving one-handed? That's impressive.
Nah, Baraba's. He has span. He is off track at the minute, Baraba is.
Yeah. I thought that'd be impressive if he's texting and driving at the same time. Google Assistant. Yeah, it is probably Google. Yeah, but Dean, keep out of my way. That's it. He also needs to make sure he's read for the race 1 rules about the formation map.
I'm sure he has, because I'm sure he's tested in the off season when we decided to do it. Right, 2 seconds, Ken, I'm going for a week.
Yep. Vulgarity is my fucking favourite thing. So at the moment, it's Sharkbait. Who's fastest? Yeah, it's his first note to host me up. Yeah. Yawn. Boring McLarens. Previous week. We weren't there last week. He won in the card.
Right, I'm back.
The Shoemaker's still not returned yet.
Thought he was back.
No, he left again. He's said
Okay.
in Discord he's having trouble with his pedals.
Has he? No, fucking hell. Yeah, well.
Use a controller.
Turn it on and off again.
If you try turning it off and on again.
Right, we're going live
Oh,
at
sorry.
22:30. We're going to go live. Although actually the highlights aren't done yet. So I'll tell you what, I'll tell you when we get into the end of the highlights and then
Yeah.
we'll count us in there.
Have you tried turning it off and on again? Louis need better be ready doing lots of stills inquiries for Han.
Well, you've got all of us from, haven't you, really? That's the bonus.
Yeah,
This is me, you, Louis, Jamie, if he fucking turns up, as well as James and Mike to do Am.
Yeah.
So Am's the easiest one because there's 6 stewards that can just do it.
Yeah, Mike's just said, right, note down who cut either pit line and then just...
What we could do
Yeah,
is if
do
a
it.
few of these guys start to become regulars, want to get involved a bit more, you know, like your Jays and that, because Jay talks me regular.
Yeah.
If people out there go, oh yeah, I'll happily be a steward while they're in Am, it just helps you and James and Louis on a Thursday, and it helps me and Mike on a fucking, me, Mike and James on a fucking Wednesday. Do you know what I mean? There's 6 of us for Am, and then there's 3 of us, or meant to be 4 of us for Pro Am, but Jamie's not there, and then there's 3 of you for fucking Pro.
Pro. And Pro's the one that's been doing the
And
most
Pro at the
tickets.
minute, it's the worst one, yeah.
And Pro's the one we've had the most tickets for. Oh, you ought to heard me going, oh, for fuck's sake.
Mate, because I was at the hotel Thursday night, because in England, because my flight got cancelled, I was just fucking sat there, trying to sort out this hotel with EasyJet, trying to look at my phones for what they were telling me to do and stuff, and not bling, 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 ticket. Like, fuck off. I had to mute Discord, the app, for a few moments, just to fucking, so no notifications would pop up on my phone, so I'll try and sort my flights out and stuff.
You ought to have heard me banging my head. It was like, for God's sake. The chat, Michael J's, put his feet on them and not his hands. For Shoemaker. Pedal's not working. I tell you, I think Pro-Am had the best conditions again for Spa. So this Osmir, or whatever his name is, he's running a default livery from the game. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be... Ooh. That's a chicane cut. He should have slowed down a bit then.
Alright, we're into the last 5 minutes of the highlights, or 5 minutes of the race on the highlights. We'll come to an end of that. We're gonna leave you out in the cold.
Brilliant camera.
Shock, mate. Let's hope he's a bit quicker this week, because he seemed to have pace last week, but was still a bit, few incidents meant that he kept going back to pits. Fuck me, Dean's confirmed.
I need to lay down now, Matt.
Yeah, me too, mate.
Commentate that
Right,
down.
leader's just finished. Just cut to the second place man to finish. Tomorrow, all I've got to do tomorrow is pro, and then that's it. Done. Job done. Third place man is about to finish.
Thank fuck we don't have F1 anymore.
Why?
Well, especially with flights all cancelled and shit like that.
I was slowing in time to do it, like. Baraba's just finished. So we've got 7 seconds of each table, and then a couple of seconds of thumbnail. Let's change the second car. Quick. Night, love you. See you in the morning.
I know.
Right. Stay quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Simplay Motorsport, here for the third round of the season. It is the AM League, and we are at sunny Spain, sunny Catalonia. And I bet you're thinking, where's the rain, Matt Duffin and PN Motorsport? Well, it's not here. The forecast for Spain is absolutely clear. It was nearly here if Mike Matthews, Peaceful Explosion, would have had his way and picked the Barcelona in Venezuela, because that didn't look so good. But either way, it is great to be back. It's great to be back with Simplay Motorsport. It's great to be back here in the Amateur League. I'm your host, Matthew Duffin. And joining me once again tonight is my partner in crime. It's your amazing analysis, PN Motorsport. PN, good evening.
Amazing analysis. Good evening, Matt.
Yeah. Are we well? Are we good?
Yeah, well, it's not too bad. It's a little bit cooler today, weather-wise, here in the UK. Even though there's another one on the way.
It is indeed. Glad to hear you're okay. Glad to see everybody's fine. It's great to see Dean Wysocki in the chat, Daniele Fascina in the chat, as well as Louis Allen Noza in the chat, with Daz and Camel in there as well. Hope we're all doing fantastic. It's great to be back with Simplay Motorsport after a very, very stressful and tiring weekend, to say the least. But we're back, we're ready, we're live. It's amateur. And more importantly, it's Catalonia. It's where we did our qualification period, PN, and it's what started the ACC season last time around.
It is indeed, and I really hate this circuit.
Yep, well, couldn't agree with you more there.
This configuration they have on this game with that stupid chicane at the end of a lap.
I love the track until you get to that final part of the circuit as well. Evening to Micro J's in the chat as well. Hope everybody is doing well. Right then. We've got a few things to talk about in this 16-minute practice session, and that is that on the weekly roundup page that I have in front of me, there is nothing FRAM, so it's nothing that we need to be concerned about. The other thing is, though, we'll go to the most successful tab, in which I need to add a couple of drivers to, in terms of race wins for Spa last Thursday, because that's the one thing me and PN's gone through all day, and it's the one thing I've actually missed out. But in terms of Catalonia, 2 drivers are the most successful in terms of race wins. That is Fury and Unorthodox, both with 2 race wins apiece. Obviously, there is one driver out there tonight that we'll get to in a moment who has got 1 win here and can equal that path. No qualifying, don't forget, though, in the Amateur League as well. So that means that the drivers cannot qualify for this race. It is all about the reverse grid order, and it is all about the way and the manner that these drivers are going to go about it. And PN, we've seen a bit of a disaster of the reverse grid last time out for AM. Hopefully this week we get it right.
Oh, I hope so, because last week it was a complete shambles for Yam. A couple in Pro-Am were a bit out of place. You mentioned no names, but there was a couple. But Pro got it spot on.
Yeah, which is great to see. I've not actually seen Pro back yet, so that's great to see and hear. But at the moment, it's going to be a fantastic race. It's going to be a fantastic evening at Catalonia. Let's, though, run you through the current Drivers' Championship standings with 200 points left for grabs. Not many in Pro-Am. You're thinking, why is there so little? Obviously, it's just one race. Ant leads the championship, 44 points. Ant is not here tonight, cannot make tonight's event. That means that Jay is in second place, 4 points behind him, and it's Jay, the man, that could take the championship lead tonight. Future Revenge in the Bentley sits 6 points behind. He's in P3. Danlick, then, is in P4. He's 11 points off the championship lead with John Andrews in P5, and he's had some bad luck, so he's doing well to be P5 in this season. Ginger Bush back this week, back out on track, 2/10 off the quickest lap time at the moment. He is P6 in this one at the moment, sorry. Tech Leader sitting in 7th place on the practice board at the moment. He's 7th place overall as well. Baraba is in 8th place overall. He's 9th in the current standings. KLF after last week is P9 in the championship standings and P8 on the leaderboard at the moment. Shoemaker having pedal problems so far. Hopefully we can get him back in. He sits in P10 with Sharkbait, your current quickest driver out there, sitting in P11. NTS, we've not seen him since week 1. He took the only pole position of he's on 1 point. Ben Bath comes back from Mexico tomorrow, so it'll be great to see him out there next week. Leon Fernie we haven't seen. Emo Guy is back, and if you're wondering, well, I can't see Emo Guy's name, he is Ruby Lover. Can't get on his Emo Guy account on the PlayStation, so he is Ruby Lover is Emo Guy. Checo G Bress we've not seen. Hitman, new driver to the series as well, in his black and red Porsche. It's great to see another Porsche out there. And it's great to see another driver out there, PN. Not so great, as he's off and in the wall at the moment, but not so great, it's a McLaren. But it is OCE M2R out there making his debut tonight as well. So that is your current championship standings. In the constructors, it's the Flying Potatoes that are 6 points clear of the Cartel Sim Racing team, and that has 384 points left up for grabs in that championship. The manufacturers' championship standings looks a little like this. There's too many McLarens. They're 209 points clear of Bentley, so nobody's going to bother with that one. Bentley is second place for McLaren with Ferrari in third, 330 points. Honda are in P4 after a fantastic second place by Mike Matthews last week out after penalties. Audi are P5 with Aston Martin 4 points behind in 6th. Porsche 7th with Lexus in 8th. BMW in 9th. Mercedes 10th. A Lamborghini 11th. And we have a Nissan on the grid. Emo Guy is running the Nissan, so it's going to be great to see and fascinating to see what he can do. Evening to you, MVDM in the chat, as well as Smithy, Gerald Smith in there as well. Let's get through some of the comments now as we check them out. Good evening to Daz and everybody who said evening. Benedict Varga, Ben, who will be joining me in the commentary box tomorrow night, says good evening. Let's go KLF, says Smithy. Good evening, Smithy. Hypertech, good afternoon to yourself. Gerald Smith, hi all. Just joining to watch my son Hitman race for the first time with you guys. Well, Gerald, brilliant to have you here, and it's great to have Hitman out on the grid. We wish him the best of luck out there. KLF for 6 says Smithy in the chat. Then, as UMVDM says, good evening. Am has pretty good pace. It does have pretty good pace. The thing with Am Camel is we don't know the pace of these guys, so it's interesting to see at the moment. And yeah, it's been fantastic to see. As Dean and Smith have a little conversation there in the chat. Fast pace, says Dan PN. And it is pretty good pace from some of the AM drivers out there.
That's pretty much pro pace, isn't it? The pace when we did our qualifying around here, way back when, and I used the Audi for some reason to qualify.
Strange choice that was from yourself.
Well, not even stranger when I ended up doing that season in the Ferrari.
Yeah, you did, yeah. I'm testing the Aston, the Jag, there was the Bentley. Qualified in the Audi, raced the season in the Ferrari. Yeah. Nothing better.
In the Aston now.
Yeah, at least you're in the Aston now, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Benedict in the chat, or Ben in the chat, the variety manufacturers this season is so good. It's fantastic. Maybe they should take the 3 highest scoring cars for manufacturers. That's a shout. We'll look at that for next season. The manufacturers this season, Camille, it's just a little bit of fun for us. It's something new that we're going to try out. It was a way to maybe get drivers to spread the car selection out. And everybody picked McLaren. Blame De Silva for winning the Pro Championship, I reckon. No, the McLaren 720S is a fantastic car on this game. And it's really one of the 3 cars that I recommend drivers sort of learn when they start this game.
Yeah, the other one was like the Lexus is pretty stable.
Yeah,
and the Bentley.
No, you see, I think the Bentley's a bit more difficult. I go the Aston V8 as a starter car.
Well, that's what I'm doing my season in, but 2.4 though. I ran the V12.
You ran the V12, yep. Should you have ran the V12 this season? Who knows? We'll wait and see when the season comes to an end. Catalonia, though, PN, very historic circuit. We see a lot of it in the Formula 1. Obviously, they've changed their layout for this year.
Finally.
It's always been a good circuit for spectators, but always been a bit of drama at Catalonia.
Yeah, well, one of my favourite memories is Schumacher taking his first win for Ferrari in a very, very wet race in '96. I did watch it.
We have just lost another driver. That is our new driver. Hopefully he gets himself back in the lobby. Because we're down to 11 drivers now. But the weather for tonight and for this week pretty much has looked scorching. It's looked blistering. As we say, a very good evening to Alessandro as well. Legends in the chat, says Daz. We are not worthy, says Micro J's. But it's a very historic circuit. Obviously, we remember the two Mercedes-Benz. There's no Mercedes out there tonight, but two Mercedes-Benz drivers taking each other out a few years ago. Obviously, Max Verstappen became one of the youngest race winners at this circuit.
The youngest.
And Pastor Maldonado in a Williams. Remember that?
Oh, that 2012 was a great season for how many people won the first 8 races.
And look at this. 2 drivers in. OCEMR has changed his car. And I believe that is Leon Fernie coming in.
It is Leon. Leon's made it. So we're up to 13 again.
We are up to 13. So 13 out of at least 16 drivers. 2 declined. We hadn't actually heard from Leon Fernie for tonight's race. Oh, he has just confirmed, actually, on the list. We also haven't heard from NTS since week 1 or Checo Bress. So we're going to drop them a message. And hopefully, they race. If they don't message back, then we'll probably pull them out the season. But it's not as bad as normal because of the fact we have still spaces left in this league. There's 18 drivers in the league at the moment. And there is only
2 spots.
2 spots available, so we don't really need to start losing drivers yet. Right then, so we are going to quickly, if you are on the Discord as one of the drivers, the race starting order is being updated as we speak for the drivers to know what grid slot they have to be in and what grid slot they are needing to be in. Obviously, with the fact that there is so many new drivers, people will be starting from the back of the pack. Like Emo Guy, like OCEMR and EM2R, will all be starting from the back of the pack. Leon Fernie, he was signed up during the season, so he will go from the front. Now, I don't know if we're going to get Shoemaker in. Hopefully we will, so I'm going to leave that. So it should be, the grid order should be like this. Hitman should be on pole position. He's currently in the gravel trap at the moment, from Leon Fernie in second place. After Leon Fernie, it should then be Sharkbait, and with his pace starting third, that could be big for him. After him, it should then be Shoemaker. After Shoemaker, it will be KLF. After KLF, it will be Baraba. Then it will be Tech Leader in P7. P8 will be Ginger Bush, with P9 being that of John Andrews. P10 will be Danlick, who is a little further up my list here. Future Revenge will then be in P11. P12 will be the driver of Jay, who could take the championship lead tonight. P13 will be that of Emo Guy, or Ruby Lover as he's in this chat. And bring up the rear will be OCR.
You cut out a little bit then. So OCMR.
Thank you very much.
I think Phil's punching a bus of weight in YouTube chat there, thinking I'm going to win around here.
Can't believe it's dry. Nice to see it trip for a change. Yeah, bit of grip for a change, Jay. Lap time good. First 4 within 6/10. It's going to be me, teammate, and me going to be 1-2 win here.
No, Phil.
Sutty's back. Sekulovic is racing. Smoky Devil's driving, and it's dry. That BMW could be good in the dry. Yeah, Phil, I have to disagree with you there. I think you're wrong.
Well, unless there's mass disconnects.
Unless there's mass disconnects, yeah. I think that Aston Martin's got good pace in the wet, but I think when it's dry, it's a bit of a different story. PM. But we'll get on to Pro-Am tomorrow night. Myself and Ben will get on about Pro-Am tomorrow night. This is all about Pro. If you are new to the channel, hit that. This is all about Am. Apologies, because if it was Pro, I'd be driving. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you are enjoying what you see here, please press that thumbs up button. And if you are wanting to keep notified on when we are live, press that little bell to be notified. Will I be racing in teams? No, you won't, Dean, because you've entered as an independent. So, yeah.
Stealth might be lonely.
Unless you want to message somebody who's an independent and see if they want to team up, that's fine. Either way, YouTube recently, PN, have changed their policy. I don't know if you've heard about this.
I have heard about this.
Yes. You now need 500 subscribers to start to have like a little online shop on your channel and to start allowing fans to join your pages as like a VIP like you do on my Twitch, and we get a lovely little picture on the screen each week. This is 500 subscribers, so guys, girls out there, please hit that subscribe button, because before tonight's stream was on 443, so we are so close to this milestone. Let's push, let's share the stream around, let's get as many people in, hit that subscribe button, we are so close. When will the pro standings be released? They will be released tomorrow, Camille. I've been away in Switzerland working all weekend, flights cancelled, trains cancelled. A nightmare day with kids in school yesterday. One thought they'd broke his arm, the other one had burnt his hand. So I was meant to get everything done yesterday and today. Pro-Am and Am and Pro-Am I've had to get done today. Pro will be done tomorrow. So the pro standings and the reverse grid will be released tomorrow, Camille, because I've only just, with me being away, I've only just been able to update the final classifications of the results. Obviously, with me being away, it was a little more chaos. Dean, if you want to team up, put it in the ACC general chat on Discord for anybody in Pro-Am who would like to team up with you or keep running as an independent. Either way, we've got some fantastic cars out there tonight. Ferrari, the OCEMR is in. Leon Fernie and a McLaren. John Andrews Porsche, couple of Bentleys, another McLaren, couple more. For a lot of Ferraris out there tonight. And then the Nissan. I'm intrigued to see what this Nissan can do.
Well, previously, Emo was, when we did our little test season before we committed to ACC before, he was quite quick in the Bentley, granted. So he's quite handy on ACC. Well, and he plays a lot of it on PC, so...
Well, this was a thing between the admins, wasn't it? We'd all discussed about this. It's a bit like when I came into Pro-Am.
Yeah.
There's no room in Pro. You can come into Pro-Am when I started racing at Stimplay. But we've got to nerf you a little bit. You're going in the Acura on Project Cars 2.
Yeah, you want.
Now, as much as I'm a Honda fan, you're going in the Acura. I still won it, regardless, right? That doesn't matter. I had a season where I had to work harder than other drivers on certain tracks. It's a little bit the same for Emo Guy here. You was rapid in the Bentley, because I think he won 2 of the races as well. Out of the 6 races, I won 2. He won 2 or 3. He won 3, I think, and then Gavlar won 1. And Emo Guy, if he didn't miss Silverstone, probably would have won that championship and not myself. So it's going to be interesting to see the Nissan out there on the circuit.
Yeah, he just crossed the white line coming out the pits there.
Who did?
Emo.
Well, we'll not want to do that in the race. We've seen a couple of 30-second time penalties. Nauris Plavins, if you're listening in the chat.
I went 30 seconds in the end, was it? It was a minute because he got me.
60 seconds worth of time penalties. And is that a Nissan Qashqai? No, it's the GTR, Daz.
They should do a Qashqai GTR. That'd be funny if Nissan ever did that. Well, we technically did it with an Ismo Duke, so that is very, very. I don't even know what Phil said then. I didn't see it.
I've removed his comment.
Yeah, so yeah, if there's anyone in and watching, don't cut the pits, please. Yeah. I am watching.
Entry or exit, because we are monitoring. And if you're wondering about the entry, well, let's just go on board with... Oh, I've pressed the wrong one there. Let's just go on board with Emo Guy. And as he comes through into this final awful, godforsaken chicane...
I'm glad we're taking out Gran Turismo.
Right. You have to be in before the red and white markers. So that's where you have to be in. And we all know what a pit exit looks like. You just don't want to cross it, because when you do cross it, you're going to be in a bit of trouble.
Especially if I see it.
Exactly. Right, so... Sorry, go on.
And if Mike's watching as well.
If Mike's watching,
one of the admins.
You are lucky there's a certain steward not stewarding anymore.
Oh.
Not going to name names. Not going to name names, but you know what I mean.
Do they drive a big car in ACC.
In Prime as well, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. He'd have had your pants down with them decisions. He'd have been on it. Either way, we've come to the end. We've come to the end of this free practice session. Leon Fernie wasn't able to get a lap in. Hopefully, Shoemaker gets in sooner rather than later. So Leon Fernie has done. The next car to cross the line is going to be that of car number. Is that 75? It is. It's OCM who will be crossing the line
15,
next.
Actually.
Hitman, just making sure the formation lap will be 1 full lap of the circuit, not just a few corners. No, 1 full lap. He's just messaged me on Discord.
Yeah, it is 1 full lap and single file, so you're like in the final sector. And weaving around doesn't really warm the tyres. You're actually taking tyre life away.
Yeah, you do.
You're better off tracking the brakes.
Stop starting. Just not too much. We're not braking to a complete standstill. Oh God, that is one interesting card. Don't dare to call it ugly because I can feel it's coming for me now. Well, we'll wait and see as OCM crosses the line. No improvement there. We're going to see if Emo Guy can improve on his time. Now, Emo Guy's a Scottish driver. That looks like a can of Iron Brew to me. Orange, blue, and the metallic silvery colour. It's a can of Iron Brew that he's driving today. John Andrews will be the man to finish the session off for us before we can get underway for our formation, for our warm-up lap. Don't worry about the 1 minute qualifying. This is just for a broadcasting point of view. Nobody's going to get around in a minute.
So we can get back to return to carriage and then reset the cameras.
Yeah.
Because, this game is brilliant for camera angles.
I think we ought to tell drivers to not drive out the pit so that they'll stay in the pit lane.
You would have thought that had a sense. I've only got a minute.
Oh my days! Have you just seen OCM's join to the track?
He cut right across, didn't he?
Didn't even wait for the pit line, just come straight across the red bit. Well, that'll be a 30-second time penalty in the race.
Yep.
It's a good job this qualifying session isn't an official qualifying session, isn't it?
It is, because I would have had him. I would have had him in practice, to be honest. It's the Run DJC colours. No, it looked like Iron Brew, Emo Guy. It looks like Iron Brew.
Now, I don't know what Run DJC is. It's Iron Brew. You are racing in a can of Iron Brew. Drunk plenty of that last week, says Daz in the chat. Who was in Scotland, if I'm right?
He was up in Scotland, yes.
Yeah, was up in Scotland. So
the Iron Brew Racing Team, that's your team name now.
You say that. Do you not remember? We actually had an Iron Brew Racing Team.
We did, didn't we?
We did. It was Jamie Brazier with Liam was one of the teammates. Mazda was a driver of it. In fact, I think it was Mazda and Keegs who started it, and Jamie then took it over when Mazda obviously didn't finish a season.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
got banned. Right then, so let's go through the most successful drivers once again for you today so that you can just remember who they are. Fury and Dan, the most successful race winners here with 2 race wins apiece. Max, Emo Guy, Halty, Shane, myself, Overtaker, Art, Gavlar and Peaceful with 1 race win apiece. The best qualifier at this circuit, what a shame he didn't do his qualifying ban last week, is Shane. 3 pole positions because he had to qualify here twice last season. Overtaker with 1, Arts with 1, Peaceful with 1, BT Targa with 1, Argent with 1, Big Boy Brazy with 1, Andy Ritchie, Rabbit Joe and Disco with Disco Face all with 1 pole position. Do you know the funny thing about Peaceful Explosion's pole position at this track?
No.
Right. It was on ACC when we did that short season, yeah?
Yeah.
Struggling for a setup in his Ferrari, and he messaged Disco McDisco Face for a setup, and Mike went and put it on pole that night. A Disco was like 4th. Mike Matthews. Obviously, of course, he messed up the race, but hey, he's learning. He's becoming a better driver this season because he's in the Honda. He got a 2nd place after penalties. Mike in the Pro Championship, as Dan and PN will be telling you Thursday night. Mike is currently sitting 5th place. Right, he's 33 points off the championship lead, but he's 5th place. So Mike is having a fantastic season. If there was drop scores, it'd all be different, and I'd still be in for the championship, but we don't.
Yeah, indeed. Mike noticed that pit line cut looking at Discord.
Yeah. Just noticed that. In big capital letters.
He's not going in grid order either. He's just driving off.
Well, let's keep an eye on the grid order. So it's meant to be Hitman on pole position, which it is at the moment. Second place is meant to be Leon Fernie, which it isn't at the moment. Then it's meant to be Sharkbait, who is sat in second place. So he's meant to be third. So he's in correct position, effectively. Then it is meant to be Shoemaker, who is not here. So then Kelly's meant to be behind him. So Kelly is meant to be behind the blue, white and red Ferrari, or the white, red and blue trim Ferrari. Kelly's way down the order. So Kelly's well out of position. Baraba's then meant to be in what is effectively P5. P4, sorry. No, P5. Where is Baraba?
Hanging back, but I got locked out the cameras. So
right, okay. You go out and come back in. So Kelly, Leon Fernie, Baraba, well out of position at the moment. After Baraba, it's meant to be Tech Leader. Well, Am are just making an absolute shambles of this. Absolute shambles.
OCMR is literally now, because I'm watching what he's doing, and like, Leon's now trying to move up and get into position. So is Kelly. But
so Hitman, Leon's meant to be between. So Leon's now third. Leon needs to pass one more car.
Yeah, I think Leon's just got it because he's probably got his dad shouting at him.
Leon's in, which means Sharkbait's in. Kelly is now in grid position. So Kelly's in the right place. Baraba is then behind Kelly. He is in the correct position. As the cameraman's going to now try and pan around. There we go, picks him up. After Baraba, it is meant to be Tech Leader, it's Tech Leader in position. After Tech Leader, it's meant to be Ginger Bush. Yes, it is, although John Andrews has just come in front of him. John Andrews needs to drop back a lot here, as does OCMR. John Andrews.
OCMR needs to drop back behind Emo Guy.
Behind Emo Guy, yeah. At the back, so Emo Guy is right at the back as well, isn't he? Yeah, just in front of him is Jay. That's correct. Just in front of Jay is Future Revenge. That's correct. In front of Future Revenge is Danlick. That is also right. So it is just OCMR, and John Andrews is now in place. So it is OCMR. I think he's now just realised, because he's now dropped back. Right. It's took a whole formation lap, nearly, but we're in the right order, PN. We are ready to go racing with 3 corners to go here.
They should be lining up double file, but they're not.
No, it's the last 2 corners we line up double file. The rules and regulations say evening to Hypertech and to Fury's granddad. 30 people watching the stream, 16 likes. Guys, girls, hit that thumbs up button. Hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And subscribe to the channel if you are new. It is Hitman alongside Leon Fernie, 1 and 2 at the moment. And we, for round 3 of the season, are about to get underway at Catalonia. The race start is initialised. It is green and go here at Catalonia for round 3 of the Amateur League, and it is a great start from Hitman on pole position, already leading from Leon Fernie. Then it's Sharkbait P3 who's got a great run down the straight. It's a long old straight line this is, and they all come down. It's all pretty easy, and Leon Fernie dives up the inside. It's a great move, bumping behind, and there's a bit of lag from somebody there, and it is absolute chaos at turn 1, but Leon Fernie
leads from Kelly in second.
It's Leon Fernie first, KLF in second place. Who is then behind Kelly? Absolute carnage at the start. Hitman got wiped out. Don't forget, all drivers are encouraged to finish the race. It's not over. Sharkbait P3, Baraba 4th, Jay is up to 5th place from by the back. OCM is up the order as well. Ruby Lover, Emo Guy is in 7th. Danlick, Future Revenge, Tech Leader, Ginger Bush caught up in that one with John Andrews once again, PN. Always seems to be in the thick of a lap 1 incident.
Yeah, Hitman's lagging quite a lot on my screen because I'm in chase cam, so I can see pit lane cuts a bit better.
Him and Sharkbait are a bit laggy as well. Leon Fernie very wide, coming through into the middle sector, but we drop back towards Sharkbait, and he has got not Baraba no more, but he's got Jay hassling the back of him as they come down towards the hairpin. Is anybody going to think of a send it then? Look at the cameraman pan out wide as Emo Guy's going to dive up the inside. He looks up the inside of OCR. Yeah, that name. And he's just punted Baraba a little wide. Baraba rejoins the track. And Emo Guy picks up 2 positions here. So he's moving up the order. He's now on the back of Jay as Sharkbait a little all over the curb. And Jay's going to attack the outside. You can't really overtake in the final sector, but Jay's going to try his best. He's now going to look at the chicane. Is he already ahead? Oh, Emo Guy barges him out of the way. A big shunt from Emo Guy. And it's just becoming a little congested. And Sharkbait is around.
That was very messy through the chicane there. Complete shambles, but instigated a little bit by Emo Guy hopping over the curb.
Hopping over the curb and sending one into the side of the other Ferrari. Kelly then trying to hunt down Leon Fernie. Jay is in P3. What can he do then now? Could be a championship leader tonight. Only needs 5 points to take that championship lead. Don't get too much on the curb there. Emo Guy's up to 4th. OCEMR is in 5th place. He's got Baraba and Danlick in that beautiful red McLaren chasing him down, and there goes Baraba making him move up the inside of turn 3, cuts underneath, gets past Sharp Ace already in the pits, so he's going to have to pit again, and OCEM comes up the inside, as does Danlick. Danlick thinks again, we're just going to call him O. Job done. Danlick going to look around the outside of O. Can he get it done? No. Later on the brakes is O up the inside. This opens the door for Baraba again. It's a bit bumpy out there tonight for the amateur boys, as Danlick really trying to put O under some pressure here. And fantastic driving down the back part of the field. Future Revenge getting on this. Look at the front. Yeah. PN. Kelly's taking the lead of this race from Leon Fernie, and he's now being hounded by Jay and Emo Guy then. Kelly leads this race.
Come on, Kelly. Who's your tip to win this race anyway?
I'm going to have to say Emo Guy, just because I know his pace. Even though he's in a Nissan, I'm going to have to give it Emo Guy, but we'll wait and see. Kelly leads from Leon Fernie, from Jay, who's really hassling the back of that McLaren. Leon a little wide, and Jay thinks of having a look. Emo Guy thinks of having a look on Jay, little too far back. O's in 5th, Danlick 6th, Baraba. And Danlick can't actually 5th and 6th anymore. It's Baraba and Future Revenge who are 5th and 6th. Oh no, O is there. Not sure where O came from.
No.
Yeah, it's Future Revenge, sorry, who's had a problem.
With the other Bentley in the blue and red.
Yeah, Bentley. He's had the other problem, so I thought he'd drop down the order, but he hasn't. Look at Baraba hassling the back of that Ferrari, who's defending each way till Sunday. He's made a couple of manoeuvres now, and now he's got 2 cars to defend from, because he's now sat in the middle of the road. 3 wide down into turn 1. Baraba wisely thinks better of that, and Danlick's going to pick up the position. But I tell you what, there, got to be careful on his defensive drive. Danlick bounces off the curb and Baraba's back through.
It was a little bit messy between Jay and Leon through turns 1 and 2 as well behind. I was just flicked over the cameras to them, and it was a Ferrari coming in stage left towards Leon.
There we go, as they come on to lap 3 through turn 4. Emo Guy's having a look on Leon Fernie. They've both got a little bit of front end damage, it looks like. Emo Guy now at turn 5 is going to look right around the outside. Has he got the job done? You betcha. Nissan on the podium. It doesn't have a podium. If I know, it has 1 podium to its name here at Simplay Motorsport. That was Fury back at Fuji season 1 of Project Cars 2. Could it get a 2nd podium tonight? That's the big.
Could it get a win? Could what they called in when the R32 went over to Bathurst and did the 1,000.
Yeah.
They nicknamed it Godzilla.
Well, Kelly's got a 3-second lead over Emo Guy. Now, what's happened to Jay? Is Jay had a moment? Because Emo Guy's now 2nd.
Yeah, Jay and Leon and them 3 all got very close in the first few corners.
Right. So Kelly 3.1 ahead of Emo Guy. Emo Guy's 1.3 ahead of Leon. Leon's got Jay hassling the back of him, and then it's O Baraba. Danlick's now dropped behind Ginger Bush, so Ginger Bush in 7th now. Danlick's down in 8th. Future Revenge 9th. Tech Leaders 10th, with John Andrews 11th. Hitman 12th, and Sharkbait back out on track. Has to make another pit stop. But Kelly, after one sector, after the final sector, has already lost nearly half a second to Emo Guy, who is absolutely flying at the moment.
Yeah, Godzilla's coming. Godzilla is coming to get you, Kelly.
Speaking of coming, the Tank's trying to have a look on O in the Ferrari, but O late breaks the Bentley and gets it stopped into turn 1, hit the apex beautifully. He's missed the apex O at turn 2, and he's trying to hang on here. The Bentley's going to tuck underneath. They've got Ginger Bush in the Porsche just behind them as well, who's trying to have a bit of a interesting battle here. Bentley goes to the outside of the Ferrari, and late on the brakes, can it be round the outside? No, it can't, but it's gone a little too deep. And does that invite Ginger Bush up the inside in the Porsche? I don't think it does. Future Revenge is looking to come back in this fight as well. And Danlick really dropped off the back here.
Yeah. Maybe got a bit of damage.
Yeah, possibly so. Good evening to Wolf in the chat, Green Wolfinator. As Ginger Bush up the inside of the Bentley. Great move into the middle sector. And Ginger Bush, race winner at Paul Ricard, is now going to attack the Ferrari of O, who is defending absolutely marvellously at the moment. It's a little on the limit, but it's clean so far.
Tech Leader's been off the road again, and he's now behind John Andrews.
Right. Oh, Ginger Bush! He's just gave out a little tap, and they come together again, and Future Revenge does well to avoid them. O gets back going, Ginger Bush goes round, and Baraba picks up 2 places. Future Revenge picks up a place, and O drops from 5th to 6th. Jason on the back of Leon Fernie. And this lap, Kelly's only lost a 10th so far as they come over the start line. He's now lost another 6/10, so Emo Guy rapid in that final sector over Kelly at the moment, PM.
Yeah, he's got that Nissan hooked up, haven't he? I should have called it a Datsun, which it is. It's a Datsun Skyline.
Danlick now on the back of Future Revenge.
Sorry,
what? What did you say?
Jay just overshot turn 1. He was very late and on the runoff. I was just watching, maybe in the dirty air of Leon's McLaren.
Well, we're watching Danlick at the moment try and go around the outside of turn 2 and up the inside of turn 3 of Future Revenge. And great move that from Danlick. Moves himself back up to 7th place. Good action so far here, early doors of the AM. Future Revenge looking back underneath. They've got Ginger Bush now within striking distance. He's going to try and get through this dramas as well this time. And Future Revenge really trying to hang on here. Sorry, Pierre.
Ginger Bush's Porsche is the same colour as the new team they added in the F123 for the Breaking Point.
Yeah, I wonder if that's where it's been inspired from.
I hope not, because what I've seen is awful.
Well, Future Ginger Bush, that wasn't awful. That was an absolutely marvellous move. Lunged up the inside, going into the uphill chicane, and Ginger Bush moves himself up another position. O doesn't have an answer for Baraba, and Jay sitting still behind Leon Fernie, who is doing a cracking job in P3.
John Andrews just lost it. Lost the engine's in the wrong place. That's probably what he's complaining about in his Beetle.
Battle out front though at the moment, as it's it's Emo Guy on the back of KLF. Nissan versus McLaren, Japan versus England. And does the Nissan have the legs down the start line? It's going to be interesting to see who's got what kind of damage, PN, in this first round of pit stops, as Kelly's already gone to defend. Problem is, look at the marbles on the inside line that Kelly's just rode his tyres on. He's got to now keep them clean as he comes back onto his normal line. Was that just to break the toe a little bit?
It probably was to break the toe, but the Detroit soft line is a big word for you this evening. It is pretty bad. Well, at track temperature of 34, I'm not surprised.
The warmest race of the season. Obviously, we had high track temperatures while we was learning ACC servers last season. And for Emo Guy, he was saying to me today that, you know, he's not raced the PS4 version for a while. Obviously, being on PC might take a little while to get used to it. Well, he's doing a cracking job so far. He's had a look at Kelly there. PN, you keep us an eye on other battles at the moment, as I'm going to keep checking between others. And you let us know if there's anything interesting happening down the order, while we just watch the 2 leaders, Emo Guy attacking from KLF. And PN will let us know if there's any other interesting battles we should catch on the stream at the minute. 32 people in the stream. It's great to see you. Who do you think is going to win this race? Get your prediction in the chat. Smithy cheering on his teammate of last season, KLF. Hitman's on the back of John Andrews with the timing screens. Danlick's on the back of O. And Jay's on the back of Leon Fernie still, as Emo Guy's going around the outside at the hairpin of KLF. That's not going to get the job done, because the next corner, the inside line's a left-hander. And Emo Guy is surely going to have to tuck in and wait. And that he does at the moment.
Ginger Bush just got... Danlick ran wide, and Ginger Bush just dived down the inside. He's now gone and trying to round the outside of O. Oh, he's been hit by Danlick! In the old hairpin.
Just caught that one, PN. He has been hit by Danlick indeed. We go back to Hitman, who's trying to hunt down John Andrews. 2 Porsches. Let's shot back to the front a moment, because Kelly's a little wider through the final corner than Emo Guy. And Emo Guy here might really now fancy his chances. Kelly can't break the toe because the toe is right there, and Emo Guy is in it. It looks like the cars are pretty equal. Now Emo Guy pulls to the inside on them bits of dead rubber. He's going to look up the inside of KLF. Can KLF keep it around the outside? He can. It's great racing from the pair at the moment. And Emo Guy gets the job done for the lead of this race. Kelly now 2nd place.
Yeah, that would be a bad return to PS4. That's simple, I would, for Emo Guy.
I'm sure Kelly will be taking this sabbatical quite well with a 2nd place, to be fair. He'd love a race win, I'm sure. But, you know, anything can happen still in the pit stops. Just watch Hitman go very wide out the final corner. Him and John Andrews have got a lot of damage. And John Andrews, Kelly, you have to feel sorry for him a little bit. He's always seemed to be...
He seems to be beaten up quite a lot, doesn't he? John Andrews does. He's not had best of luck so far here at Simplay.
Strong time. But Danlick has been passed by Ginger Bush this time around. And Jay...
Danlick let him through.
For the earlier incident. Well, that's nice of Danlick then. Yeah. Jay runs a little deep. He, though, is still staring at the back of Leon Fernie's McLaren. And just noticing Baraba starting to get a little bigger in that Ferrari's wing mirror.
Yeah, I'm watching Hitman all over the back end of a fellow Porsche driver with John Andrews. He's looking around the outside of turn 5. And he's on the inside now, and is he going to get this pass done? Oh, they make contact, and
Hitman's one round.
Half round, and yeah, that was a bit messy.
Yeah, a bit messy, half of one, 10 of the other sort of thing.
Yeah, I think racing incident. Live stewarding right now in chat, in the Total Comms box, that was a racing incident.
Either way, we're expecting a...
sorry, I've lost
pit lane to be open soon, PN. 27 minutes normally, isn't it?
Yeah, for the 45-minute race.
I'll tell you now, because it's half the race distance. 22 minutes 50 apparently, but it's open for 10 minutes. So it's around the 27-25 minute mark. There's Future Revenge looking around the outside of turn 1 to be up the inside of turn 2 of O. And can't get it done. Jay still hassling the back of that McLaren. But Baraba has now gained 7/10 on these two, and he's getting bigger in their mirrors.
Well, the Bentley's a big car anyway, so they're definitely going to see that in their mirrors coming.
They really are. If
only it was a bright green one in Pro.
Green and yellow. As Jade looks to tuck underneath Leon Fernie, can't do it there. Future Revenge has Ginger Bush coming around the outside of him, and he doesn't fight that one too hard. Ginger Bush seems a keen driver. He seems to not have the outright pace, but decent racecraft. And when incidents happen around him, as he's just been overtaken by Danlick, he seems to be able to pick up the places. Right, Jay has a look up the inside now. Well, Leon Fernie, as he come towards the hairpin, is this the opportunity he needed? It is the opportunity he needed. He gets it stopped. Leon Fernie, though, great undercut from Leon. He's going to be on the inside. Contact. Bit of a bump between the two of them. They're both across the grass. Does his help Baraba?
Baraba's on the inside now of Leon, and he's backed off going into the pointless chicane.
Oh, Jay's deep though. Jay's very deep. He has a big wiggle returning to the track at the left-hander, and this could really now sort of make Leon Fernie a little interested. Bentley doesn't get the best run out of the chicane because it hits the curb. Leon right in the slipstream. Jay hit the curb coming through the final corner. This could be Leon's opportunity. In the slipstream, pulls out now to have a look past Jay. Straight line speed important. Does Leon have the grunt? Is he going to be better on the brakes? He's just got that car slightly up the inside, so Jay cannot come across him. Leon's now side by side. Takes back third place, and Jay still there. They bump once more. They go very wide. Baraba all over the curb to try and avoid it. They're still side by side. Baraba really looking interested here though at the moment, as he's now tucking underneath the pair of them, and Baraba's coming. Leon Fernie has to move back. Baraba's surely going to tuck in here, and he does so as Leon Fernie closes that door, but Baraba squeezes it open, and now he's found an opening outside of turn 4. It's Jay's turn to watch, PN. Great racing from all three.
Yeah, I was watching the battle further back. Ginger Bush just got in front of O, and Danlick's off in the gravel, so don't know what happened there. But now Future Revenge is with him as well.
Oh, so Jay's tapped Leon Fernie round! Apologies, PN. Baraba was sneaking around the outside. Jay looked up the inside of both of them, and he span Leon Fernie around. Baraba's now sitting on the podium, and Leon Fernie has been dumped down to P5. In fact, it's got worse, because not only has Jay got past, but Ginger Bush, and I think Future Revenge have all got past. So for Leon Fernie, it's down to 5th place. It's down to, 7th place now. But he seems like he's got some pace in that McLaren to come back.
Also, who's got pace in their Ferrari, they may be 13th at the moment, is Sharkbait. He has gained a huge amount of times.
He really has, because he's pitted already, let's not forget. and has got to pit again.
Yeah, but he's now within 8 seconds of Hitman. I know Hitman's got quite a damaged car, but that Ferrari in 13th is flying.
It is flying. Tech Leader goes round the outside of Hitman, and Hitman's going to try and come back up the inside. No. Let's Tech Leader go. So, your race classification at the moment. Emo Guy has a 4.1 second lead over Kelly. Kelly, though, is ahead of Baraba. Baraba's only at turn 3. Jay, then, 6 tenths behind him. Ginger Bush. Jay's been P4 all this... all this race. It doesn't matter what he does, he's P4. Ginger Bush now up to 5th, your Paul Ricard race winner. O's in 6th with Future Revenge 7th. Leon Fernie down to 8th with Dan Lick 9th. John Andrews is 10th as he crosses the line. Tech Leader in 11th with Hitman 12th. And Sharkbait, like you say, he's now... In fact, he's got past Hitman as Sharkbait.
Has Hitman made a mistake?
Well, I'm not sure because he's only 2.8 seconds off the back of Tech Leader as well, who's only 4 seconds off the back of John Andrews.
Yeah. And as pit window has now opened, as I'm now kind of keeping an eye on everybody.
I feel, and instead of us typing it on Discord, I'm going to jot it in my notepad. I feel, though, that we're going to see a lot of cars come into the pits early here.
Yeah, I do. I've got a bit of cardboard and a pen in my hand just to write down drivers who do it. I've got it as well, just in case I see anybody. Right then, so let's keep our eyes on Emo Guy, who has boxed straight away. What about Kelly? He also comes into the box there. So it's now down to Baraba. Kelly actually cut. And what can Baraba do? Oh, he skips, hops, and a jump over the chicane there. Baraba looks like he's going to stay out on circuit. What about Jay behind? Jay's in, and that was absolutely squeaky clean from Jay. Ginger Bush, he's going to stay out on track. Future Revenge, as gaps are starting to form on this circuit now. Does he think of boxing straight away, or is this where he makes up places? He stays out. O's in. Danlick. Oh, was that a slight cut from Danlick there? I didn't get to see Leon Fernie either. O's really slow in the pit lane, and it's caused everyone to bunch up. I wonder if he's expecting it like the Formula 1, where the pit entry line comes up quickly. It doesn't on ACC, it's further down the pit, so he has caused a little bit of chaos there. What about John Andrews? He's going to stay out. That surprises me then. So Baraba takes the lead of this race. What is Tech Leader going to do? He is going to box. Boxers with plenty of time. Hitman, who's back ahead of Sharkbait here. Hitman pits, plenty of time. Sharkbait in. That looked like a slight cut as well. So we'll have to check that one out. But it is Baraba who leads the way at the moment. Kelly's away first from his pit box. So I knew it would be. I knew it would be Kelly. He didn't seem to have as much damage as Emo Guy. Emo Guy obviously had a little punt here and there of a few drivers. Kelly will obviously now be asked about his pit entry. Emo Guy clean out as well. Oh, close at the end there, but just clean out. What about Jay here then? You're obviously on the chase cam. Well, there's no real fights on the track at the minute because everybody's pitted by the top four. Jay, that is squeaky clean out the pits, and then it's just a matter of who else is coming out. Right, back. You keep an eye on the guys in the pits. I'll change back to Baraba. Will Baraba, Leon's away, come into the pit lane? Let's take a look. So Baraba, Ginger Bush, Future Revenge, and John Andrews did not pit. Baraba stays out on track. Ginger Bush stays out on track. Future Revenge, what is he going to do? He stays out. This could be where Future Revenge actually picks up a few places here by not having damage and staying out on circuit. John Andrews are way back at the moment. O's coming out the pits. This is the big one. He's got a stop-go penalty as well. And that is major cut. I've noted it with my terrible handwriting. Yeah, same here. Don't you worry, same here. So the top four stay out on circuit. Kelly jumped Emo Guy by some 9 seconds here, sorry, because he was 4 seconds behind. And he's now 5 in front. He's 12 clear of Jay as well. Sorry, he's about 17 clear of Jay at the moment, but Kelly obviously has that under investigation pit entry. Hitman still in the pits. Sharkbait is away. He's made up places. He has. He's made up one place at least, hasn't he? With Hitman still in the pits. Tech Leader's clean now. Others have got to pit. John Andrews is in. He's got big damage to his name. So what can he do? 33 people watching this stream. Hit that thumbs up button if you like what you see and hear here.
Hit the bell to be notified, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new. We are so close to 500 subscribers, which is a massive milestone for the channel. As well as that, make sure you tune in tomorrow night. Myself and Ben Varga will be live for the Pro-Am, and join us Thursday night.
Hitman will stop go.
Join us Thursday night for the Pro Series with PM Motorsport and Dan Davis, as KLF then is now up into 5th place as he has passed John Andrews, who is in the pits. And obviously that is all coming through to us as we go. So Hitman's got a stop-go penalty. That's a shame. So does O. So Mike in the chat, someone will be getting a big penalty for that. Indeed he will. He goes deep at the hairpin. So he's got to come in for a stop-go within 3 laps. So let's see what he does now.
Ginger Bush has now pitted, but I did not see his entry as I was watching.
Future
John.
Revenge has come in cleanly. Just saw that in the background now. So Ginger Bush and Future Revenge in. John Andrews still in the pits. 2 laps left though for the O to do his stop-go penalty. I wonder if we're going to see Hitman come in straight away here. You'd probably be better off getting it done straight away to get your penalty out of the way. Right, Kelly 2.3 ahead of Emo Guy at the moment.
And you're better off serving. Isn't that right, Camille?
Yes, exactly. Camille knows about serving stop-go penalties or drive-through penalties. Bless him.
Or not serving
them. Or not serving them, as the case was, yeah. Right, Emo Guy gaining on Kelly, but Kelly will be back up into P2 at this rate because Ginger Bush and Future Revenge still in the pits by some margin. Kelly behind Baraba is, we don't know at the moment. We'll see through Sector 1 because Baraba had just gone through it. But he was 26 seconds behind Future Revenge, I believe, there. I'm not sure if that's for position, which it will be. So it's Kelly from Emo Guy, from Jay. Leon Fernie's made up places through the pit stops. Danlick wide at the hairpin. Then it's O, John Andrews, who's got past Sharkbait. Sharkbait's actually passed Tech Leader and Hitman through this pit stop, as Hitman's in for his stop-go penalty.
Well, Hitman's paying attention to his penalty. He's probably got his dad who's watching the stream to tell him, you need to go back in the pit.
Yeah, he does indeed. Right, Ginger Bush coming out the pits, and that looks squeaky clean from me there then. So Emo Guy gaining on Kelly. Yep. We don't know Kelly's gap though to the car in front, because the car in front of the 85 Bentley is still out there on track. It's got 3.5 minutes left. So you imagine Baraba's got about 2 more laps to do before he has to come into the pits before the... Remember, you have to be in pit lane before you come in. You have to be in pit lane before the pit window closes. Let's not forget as well, O caused chaos in the pits, slowing down thinking it was an early pit line, and then sped up and has obviously sped over the line, not knowing where the line is.
I think he got rear-ended, a bit like Elzolder last season.
Warning then, innit?
Yeah, didn't remove your wing.
Evening, Dan. As Hitman completes his stop-go penalty then, and he is on his way. So it's Baraba who leads from KLF, but he's got Emo Guy right on the back of him. Is it wise for Kelly here to play that defensive game, knowing he's potentially under investigation for a cut entry on the pits? He needs to make up at least 30 seconds over the rest of the field.
Yeah, it's interesting. How quick is Emo Guy? And he had damage. How quick is this car now if it's been repaired?
Yeah, well, we'll have to wait and see. Emo Guy clearly a quick driver as Ruby Lover on the back now. The Nissan, not only could it take its 2nd ever podium here at Simplay Motorsport, it could take its 1st ever win and be tied with the Chevrolet. Also, it could be one behind then the Aston Martin, and I don't think this will be the Nissan's only win this season, if you ask me.
Well, I think...
As Emo Guy now, apologies, Piani goes up the inside of KLF on the exit to turn 3, gets the job done by turn 4. And who's cut that again?
He's just cut again. Big, yeah. I'll just put ×2. By what I've written.
Both coming out the pits as well. That's everybody's pit stops done. Paul Baraba's then. So when will Baraba look to come into the pit lane? He's now in. So everybody would have done the pit stops. This is where we see how much ground Baraba's picked up by going long. Leon Fernie has come from 8th to 6th. So did he repair damage? Because he had a pretty quick pit stop. Danlick's on the back of Future Revenge then, with just under 19 minutes left in this race. It's been a bit more chaotic from the AM drivers tonight.
Yeah, it has to be very chaotic. But we predicted this with it being dry. Because when it's dry, you push harder. Because you can. Like when it's wet and you make a mistake and slide off, or crash into the Urus and Radion, or that Blushamon, or wherever.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
as that should be Emo Guy now taking the lead from Kelly, as Baraba sits in the pits waiting for service.
Yeah, so they've gone past, have they? They're coming through now. Baraba's obviously not been lowered, so it's nearly a second lead. In fact, it's probably going to be over a second lead here. So Emo Guy takes the lead. Kelly now is going to go past Baraba. The question is, what about Jay? Jay's coming through the final corner. Baraba's still not dropped. That is pretty much indication. Although Baraba's dropped now, Jay's at full speed though, so Baraba's going to come out P4 at the moment. So Jay's finally now on the podium. He's finally got off that 4 spot.
As Baraba put the power down now to come out pit lane. Stay away from that white line.
Ginger Bush, will he get past Baraba? No, because Baraba is out the pit. So Ginger Bush 5th. Leon Fernie is in 6th place. Who's Ginger Bush got behind him actually? 75. That is O, who is now a lap down, but Hitman could maybe hunt after him. So O's down in 12th at the minute. Pit window closer. Great timing from Baraba. So Baraba out in 4th. Ginger Bush 5th. Leon Fernie 6th. Danlick 7th with Future Revenge 8th. John Andrews 9th. Sharkbait 10th. Tech Leader 11th. O's in 12th and Hitman in 13th place. And at the moment, the closest battle on track is Future Revenge to Danlick.
Yep, as we say good evening to Fury's mum, like Mike's here, and as Camille's just said, my advice on penalties is serve them because it will not end up well for you if you don't.
Well said, Camille. You must know from experience, my friend. Good evening, Laura. Hope you're very well then. Smithy in the chat. Oi, oi, Fury's mum. KLF loves a second. Go on, says Smithy. Kelly will be happy with this as well, won't he, tonight?
Yeah, I think we might have to have driver interviews this week.
I think we could get Emo Guy and Kelly. And I know Jay's English.
Yeah, but Jay's privacy settings were friends only.
Ah, was it? Well, I've got him as a friend. So
you might have to have him to the party.
I might be able to get him in. We'll try and get Ruby Lover and KLF in as well. And we'll try and get everybody in to get going.
We haven't had interviews for a while because we didn't have them in Pro either.
No, do you know why though? It's because we've had a lot of new European and we've got some South American drivers in now as well, and American drivers.
Well, with Louis.
So with Louis, Tibbs is American. A lot more European drivers have come in. So yeah, we've got a lot more drivers come in. I had to learn the hard way, said Camille in the chat. Indeed, you did. Sharkbait on the back of John Andrews now then. Sharkbait, quickest man in practice by 0.2 of a second, down in 10th place. But it's points on the board for the driver this week, and obviously with drivers still missing, it's points that drivers really need, PM.
It is indeed. I'll tell you what, that Ferrari looks rapid.
It does. Looks really rapid in a straight. Has to back out, though. He's too far behind. But John Andrews, very deep, very wide. Sharkbait, thank you, Mama, for the carrots. First one of the night.
First one of the night. We should use that for Ginger Bush as well. Whether you got past people.
Thank you, Mama, for the carrot top. Although a carrot top's green, in my opinion.
It is. That's the leaves that stick out of the ground when you grow them. As someone who grows some who's their own fruit and veg. So. Right.
For Ginger Bush, he's 4.3 seconds behind Baraba. Kelly's 9 seconds ahead of Jay. So for Kelly at the moment, he's possibly looking around that 6th place, 7th place mark to Danlick. Kelly could drop a long way down these standings at the moment. Either way, it's all going well for drivers so far. Hitman, not scored any points. He'll get some tonight. O's not scored any points. Both of them being brand new to the season will score tonight. Neither is Leon. This is his first race of the season. Emo Guys as well. Ben Baff will be back next week. He's been in Mexico with his family. Lucky man. NTS we've not seen since week 1. We've not seen Checo G-Brass at all. And then Sharkbait on 11 points. With no Shoemaker, he'll go above him. Kelly should score well here tonight as well. Just depends how well. But Jay, currently sitting in P3, we're watching him at the moment. He is the man who will take this championship lead tonight. And he is, he's looking good at the moment, is Jay.
Yeah, he's looking comfortable in that Ferrari. He's in no man's land. There's nobody around him.
Yeah. We get to see his teammate as well, Ben Baff, next week.
Which will help them in the team's championship.
Well, they're leading the team. They are the flying potatoes.
Well,
so,
I'll throw a flying potatoes normally because
do you want the bad news about Ben Baff being back next week?
Is he in a McLaren?
He is. Yeah.
Can he change to the 650S if he's watching? Use the 650S. Be a little bit different.
Yeah. Be daring. Right, Danlick. Speaking of McLarens, Danlick is catching that of Leon Fernie. Ginger Bush is now 2 seconds off of Baraba as well. So it is all happening in the middle of the field here towards the front. As Danlick now within 0.6 of a second of Leon Fernie. 13 minutes left in this race. And it is all looking good so far.
Closest battle on track is actually Leon and Danlick.
Yeah, it is indeed. 31 people still watching. If you want to carry on watching more ACC action, don't forget to, 1, check out the highlights we put on show for you guys. Pro Am and Am went on today. Pro will be on tomorrow. If you want to watch more live stream action of the championship, tomorrow night, Catalonia, Pro Am, myself and Benedict Varga will be in the commentary box, bringing you the Pro Am action, where PM Motorsport will be out there on the circuit. We have 18 other cars, I do believe. 19 other cars, because no one is declined. They're only all tentative. And then if you want to watch the best of the best here at Simplay Motorsport, not that they have been this season, to be fair. Pro Am's probably been the best of the best at the moment, because they've been well behaved. But PM Motorsport and Dan Davis will be in the commentary box to watch myself and others, such as Camille and Mike Matthews in a Honda, try and win a race or get another podium.
Yeah.
I've come back from...
do
you know what? That is the biggest surprise for me. I've come back from Switzerland, done the results review today on the Simgrid and everything. Mike's gone from 4th to 2nd. I'm still in shock.
Oh, I couldn't believe it, because I sat there figuring it out with 30-second penalties being added on. It was like...
But I can't wait to hear yours and Dan's commentary about him actually finishing 4th.
Well, he didn't finish 4th. He came 2nd in the end.
He did, as Danlick pulls out, looks up the inside. Leon Fernie, who was very wide at turn 1. I think Leon Fernie's actually got damage to the front end of the car, because it looks a little battered and bruised. And Danlick's going to look up the inside of turn 3. Can't squeeze, though. PN, you keep an eye on Ginger Bush and Baraba. That's just gone under a second. And
I just started. Go on,
we're
because
watching,
I just saw that.
We're watching Danlick and Leon. Leon very deep again. Looks like he's just struggling through certain corners here. And now Danlick pulls... Has a look on Leon, can't get the job done. Leon doing well. Monkey Boy, that Honda is rapid. Monkey, how many times has Peaceful disrespected the Honda? And now he's in it. And now he loves it.
Oh, Ginger Bush is having a look at Baraba into the hairpin. They are... has he got it done? He has. Thank you, Mama, for the carrots.
Yes. Thank you, Mama, for the carrots. Ginger Bush through on Baraba. Leon Fernie still defending from Danlick. We got to see that one of Ginger Bush there. We're back with Danlick and Leon Fernie now, though. And what will happen with these two then? Because this is going to be a titanic battle to the end. Let's just hope that none of these are submarines.
I've also noticed Jay is catching Kelly.
Jay is catching Kelly. He's pulled a bit of time back. I wonder if anybody's on a Logitech tonight.
Or Frostmaster is starting to get a bit warm.
Yeah. Have you heard about this submarine? With its fancy Logitech controller?
Yeah, I heard, and then it imploded.
Wonder if that's why Shoemaker's pedals have stopped working. Logitech.
I don't know. We'll need to find out.
Possibly lost connection.
If he's not a Frostmaster, it's probably overheated.
Probably has in this weather, yeah. Right then.
I've actually seen a T300 start smoking and catch on fire. One of my friends from around here, who's also a sim racer but on iRacing more, David John Gibbons, if anyone knows who he is, well done. His wheel caught on fire.
Brilliant.
Doing a race.
Brilliant. I will never forget when we did the Daytona 24 on Project Cars as Leon Fernie just dips a couple of wheels into the gravel on the exit of turn 4. Was he a little deep at 5? No, straight on the apex. Danlick still cannot get past at the moment. Monkey Boy, you're here all week, Matt. You right I am. I'm here all month, mate. Not back for a month, so you've got me for a long time. I will never forget the Daytona 24 we did, where Gary's wheel cut out and he was halfway round a lap. And he video called me and I was trying to commentate, so I had to sort of mute my mic. What do? I don't know what to do. I've googled it, can't find anything, blah blah blah. He's unscrewed the top of it. He's then put his fan next to it to blow onto the inside of the motor, and he got it back working. The best bit of this story is his brother, who was in the same lobby with the same wheel, didn't listen to Gary and forgot what Gary's wheel had done. For half an hour later, his to do the same thing, when he could have pitted, put the AI in, and it cooled down.
See, being a pad user, I don't have that problem.
You don't.
It's just a big squishy thing holding the controller. That gets hot.
Right, Ginger Bush a little wide out the final corner now. Is any other battles on track? Not really. It is just this one between Leon Fernie and Ginger Bush at the moment. Half a second the gap. Future Revenge 4.8 behind these two. So is he going to start to look a little pretty in terms of coming forward? Is this that Ginger Bush pulling out to have a look? Sorry, Danlick pulling out to have a look. No, it wasn't. He's had a look, but he just can't seem to get past. We've seen this a bit tonight, PN. Drivers having a look at others, but just not having that extra bit of momentum to get past.
Yeah, it's just... I think it's the nature of his circuit, to be honest. And it doesn't help when there's 3 McLarens out there.
There is 4 Ferraris tonight, no?
Which ones are the Evos and which ones are the first gen?
Well, we'll find out at the end of this race. We won't be able to tell the check. In fact, you know what? While this battle is just happening at the moment, we'll find out. Jay's in an Evo, Sharkbait's in the Evo, O's in the normal one, Tech Leader's in the Evo.
So it's one normal Ferrari.
Well, still four Ferraris out there.
So the PS5 just got the update that has added the 296.
Yes, and I tell you what, I've driven all 4 cars today when you went offline. Because you get the McLaren Evo for free. But speaking of McLaren, Ginger Bush looking up the inside, straight across the marbles. Leon Fernie's gone very deep. Not Ginger Bush, Danlick, thank you, PN, has got the move done. The red McLaren past the black McLaren. The Simplay colours are racing each other. Well, they're not now. Danlick is off. Did Leon Fernie tap him?
Leon is waiting. He's just lost another position to
Future Revenge.
Future Revenge.
Future
Revenge is thinking, thank you.
I thought Danlick lost it on the curb there.
That's what
PM.
I thought. I was in chase cam, and that's what it looked like to me. He just lost it, dipped the wheel on the curb, and it just spat him towards Madrid.
Well, Danlick's just gone wide coming out of chicane. Fair play to Leon Fernie for waiting then, if he does feel he's hit him.
Indeed, good sportsmanship.
Very good sportsmanship. Very good.
I think everyone needs to be introduced to watch that video on Gran Turismo Sport of what is sportsmanship with Tom Brooks. Do your head in.
There's a little battle developing here on track, but not really for anything. We've got Sharkbait, John Andrews, Tech Leader and O, who are a lap down. That's because they haven't crossed the start line. Hitman is a lap down to the rest of the field because we stopped with a penalty, but Hitman's trying to unlap himself from John Andrews. Daz in the chat, stop dissing the McLarens, boys. They are feelings, you know.
Yeah, use the 250S instead. It's a better looking car.
650S.
650S, 570 for GT4.
Yeah.
Let's see how high you get up in the GT4.
Anyway, as I was saying, I've tried all 4 cars, PM.
Yeah. Which one?
You get in the new ACC pack, you get the Ferrari 296, the Lamborghini Evo 2, the Porsche 992, and for free, you get the McLaren 720S Evo, yeah?
Yeah.
I'd rather drive the 720S normal, because that one is goddamn awful. Awful.
What, is it more twitchy than the McLaren F1 is?
Oh, it's terrible. It is terrible, but bonuses, the Porsche is nice, the Ferrari's nice, the Lamborghini's very nice. The Valencia track's a very nice circuit as well. Right then, so John Andrews and Hitman, a little battle going on here on the circuit down the order, even though Hitman's trying to unlap himself. He's well within his rights to unlap himself if he is faster, but has to remember, I'm loving, by the way, Daz, how you're dissing the Aston Martin, but don't diss the Bentley. Good man, I respect that decision. Hitman, though, is allowed to unlap himself, PN, and has to pull away, though. Oh, big twitch, John Andrews. Huge twitch. And he's gone right off. Hitman did just tap him round, but there was nothing Hitman could have done to react to that.
What's that, Daz? You want a 30-second penalty? Okay.
Right. You can't give penalties in Pro-Am. Ruby Lover, Emo Guy, leads the way. 11 seconds clear of Kelly, with Jay a little further back. What's the gap between Jay and Kelly? That is 6 seconds. It's coming down, but slowly.
Jay's ran wide.
Excuse me. Ginger Bush trying to get on the back of Jay. That's another 6 seconds. So that's at least 12 seconds Kelly's got. Baraba to Ginger Bush then. What's that gap? That's 7.6. That's at least into the... so 12, that's 19, possibly 20 seconds back at the moment, so Kelly will possibly drop to P5. Future Revenge a long way back in P6. Danlick 5 seconds behind him with Leon Fernie further back. Sharpbait's 9th. Tech Leaders 10th. John Andrews in the pits with Owen 12th and Hitman 13th. This is O's chance to maybe get ahead of John Andrews and Hitman's chance to maybe get on the same lap. John Andrews, I wonder if he had a puncher then, and that's why it twitched all of a sudden.
Hang on, let me have a quick... might not tell me if I go to drive. No, it won't. It won't tell me what his tyres are.
Hitman has been very unlucky from the start, Ben. I agree with you there, but it twitched very uncharacteristically. I'm just wondering if he had a puncher there. As O comes round the final corner then, he is going to now pass John Andrews. This will put Owen to P12. Because John Andrews actually away. So that was a pretty quick pit stop for a change of tyres. If it was a change of tyres, not sure. May have just gone in to fix the damage. Hitman a lap down, so will not catch John Andrews at the moment then. Ginger Bush, though, within 3.5 for Jay. Jay's actually lost half a second to Kelly this lap, so is Jay just starting to struggle here, PN, as the track temperature's 33 degrees? Is Jay just starting to struggle a little bit?
He could be. Ginger Bush is staying quite nicely in the Porsche. See, these Porsches are more interesting, even though it was originally designed by Ferdinand Porsche.
Well, we had a Ferrari 1-2 last week. It's now Nissan McLaren, but obviously we don't know where the McLaren's going to be.
No, because once it's gone into the stewards about that, cutting that pit entry, which was a no-no. Unless your name's Max Verstappen or probably Lewis Hamilton. Let's gloss over that, shall we?
Yeah.
Or it's a safety car and you only need one lap.
Touchy subject in this party, PN. Touchy subject.
Yeah, I know, but it's not a deserved
Jamie
title.
Brazier felt the wrath of me after Saudi Arabia that season. Came in saying that Max did brake check him. No, after Saudi. Saying that Max did brake check Lewis at the back of him, blah, blah, blah. Jamie felt the wrath of me.
Oh, they're as bad as one another, them two.
They are. Ginger Bush, 2.5 now to Jay. So Jay pulled a 10th back to Kelly, but don't know, just something seemed like Jay struggling a little bit here. Ginger Bush won dominantly in the wet at Paul Ricard, if you remember back to race 1 of the season. And he's looked good here, hasn't he, as well? He's been involved in a couple of incidents, maybe some his fault, some not. We'll see what goes into the stewards, but Ginger Bush, one of the guys that looks good, PN, in the races.
Apex is over there, Ginger Bush. A little bit over to your right. Just maybe the tyres are starting to scream in this heat.
Yeah, that's a fair shout. He's looked good though, hasn't he?
He has looked very good and consistent as well. Obviously out a bit side of my mouth because I lost a tooth the other day.
Right. 1.9 is gap to Jay. Jay's lost a further 0.3 to Kelly. So all this helps Kelly, and the more these two fight is going to help him even more. Baraba's 12 seconds behind Ginger Bush. Ginger Bush is 2 seconds behind Jay. So that's 14 for Kelly. Future Revenge 24 behind. So Kelly will probably drop to P5 here, depending what happens in this fight. But with 33 seconds left, it's going to take one heck of an incident to cause these two to not carry on. Emo's just coming to the line now, I see, on the track map, as we get told that the leader is now on the final lap of the race. Thank you, Race Control, for that information. So it is Emo guy who starts the final lap of the race. So Ginger Bush has one lap. Oh, you're not going to do it like that, Ginger Bush! Bounces off the first sausage curb and can't get it the right way. He does now. That's going to have overheated them rear tyres massively. That helps Kelly out massively, and that puts to bed the podium.
Yeah, that's that fight over for Ginger Bush. Question is, how much time has he lost to Baraba?
Not too much, because Baraba's still a bit behind. Future Revenge trying to lap O here. O obviously has to abide by the blue flag rule, which is move out the way unless O's actually unlapped himself. I'm not sure and can therefore pull away. And he's well within his right to do so, but you're meant to be pulling over. Now, I'm not sure what's just happened here, so we'll see if O actually pulls away. He actually looks like he's pulled a bit more of a bigger gap, to be fair, so I think O has just unlapped himself from that fight. Danlick 7th, now Fernie trying to come back at him in 8th. Sharpbait's 9th, Tech Leader's 10th. O is in 11th, John Andrews 12th, and Hitman 13th. His Emo guy now is coming to the hairpin, and I tell you what, PN, he's come back in a Nissan, and he's going to win.
I still think it's too quick. I think you needed to use Retia.
Jaguar or Retia, yeah. I agree.
Or Jag over Retia.
KTM Expo.
Yeah, he's not used a GT4 car.
He's not having it easy, though. He's going to take 25 points. He started by the back today. He's going to be starting mid-pack towards the back next week as well. And where are we next week? Actually, that's a valid point. And I know that's what you're asking in the thing. But Emo Guy comes to the line and wins the race. It's fantastic to see from him. It's going to be Hitman who crosses the line behind him. That is going to be 30th place for Hitman. Good start to his campaign. There's a car in front of Kelly. That is 77, I do believe, of Tech Leader to cross the line. So Tech Leader will get P10. And KLF 900 provisionally crosses the line in P2. Great result for KLF. Jay, another solid result for him. It's going to be more points in the bags after his first race win last week. He gets P3. Ginger Bush is going to cross the line for P4. What could have been at the end for him. Baraba to the line. It's going to be P5. Solid points. 5th and 5th after no points in the first race. Good start to his campaign. These two are next to cross the line then. It's going to be OCO who's going to get P11. Big penalties possibly coming his way though. With Future Revenge who's going to be P6. He's picked up 6th, 4th and 4th. So very consistent at the minute for Future Revenge who's going to come to the line. Good results for Bentley as well there as O finally lets Future Revenge through. So Future Revenge 6th. O will come across the line for 11th. Danlick will get 7th place. Good result for him. It's going to be Leon Fernie who finally is able to start a race to come across the line, P8, who must have had a mistake at the end because Sharkbait there nearly got on the back of him for P9 as we just await John Andrews, who's actually returned to the pit. So I wonder if he has had to make another pit stop, and he then finishes P12 as he was a lap in front of Hitman. That then is your race table, just so we know.
Just take the screenshot of the results.
And that, PN, was the final race, was the only race of the day. Your final thoughts, please. Do we get the top 3 in for a podium, chat, I wonder?
I think we have to. We haven't done it this season, so I think we need to get in. Kelly's already in.
Kelly is already in the pot. So if Kelly's listening, Kelly, get yourself in. And we'll have a quick chat. And then let's get
Emo Guy, well, Rowdy Lover, and Jay.
Yeah, so let's go down the list. And then what we'll possibly do is post something tomorrow about if you want an interview and speak English and feel comfortable and you get on the podium, make sure you get yourself into the podium for a chat. Just trying to find Ruby Lover, who I can't see, so must be appearing online before we get them in. But your driver of the day today, PN?
You can't knock Emo, can you, today? He's dragged that big old Nissan around. And
big shout out to Kelly and Jay, though.
And so, what could have been for Sharkbait, he clearly had one of the fastest cars out there to fight back to come to 9th.
Ginger Bush as well.
Ginger Bush.
You know, bit of damage towards his car that cost him at the end. So that then is your final classification. Just looking at the chat, Hitman is so lucky from the start. Great result, Kelly. Top man, fellas. Good race, fellas. Unlucky there for Bush podium with that spin. Good race, says Daz. We have got Emo Guy with us. We'll just wait a couple more minutes. I'm going to give my driver of the day to Emo Guy as well because I feel like it was a solid drive. We've also joined by Jay. Jay, I don't know if you can hear us at the moment. Just go in your settings and just make sure that on broadcasting and stuff like that, your voice, there's a box saying voice can be heard. Make sure that is set to allow, please. And while Jay does that, we'll speak with our second place man. We'll speak with KLF. And Kelly, didn't speak to you tonight. Didn't get to tell you we'll see you on the podium, but you're here anyway.
Yes, mate. Yes, I am.
That was a long one. Sorry, two-parter here. One, very long sabbatical. Two, how is it?
Well, technically, I'm still on sabbatical because I rocked up at like 7 o'clock and jumped on the rig, and the car drove like a squealing pig, and drove the same way all the way through the race. I had no confidence in the car whatsoever. So, yeah, really happy with that result. I saw Ian coming up fast behind me the first time. I defended for a lap. Between us, we lost nearly 2 seconds. And I thought, do you know what, this ain't working. I'll just let him go. He's obviously got more pace. And that he did, you know. So, yeah, I mean, bittersweet, really. Nice to be back on the podium. If the car had been better, maybe I could have given Ian a bit of a fight.
And now, obviously, you're a Simplay veteran at this point. in Simplay Motorsports history, obviously commentator as well as driver. This Amateur League, it's great to see so many drivers now on ACC and at Simplay that we can run in Amateur League. But there's some serious talent out there, Kelly.
Yeah, worryingly so. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there is some quick drivers in the league now. Do you know what I mean? And the dizzy heights where I was in pro. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I'll be ever back there again. But yeah, the quality of drivers is getting so much better. And more of them, which is fantastic.
And we're seeing as well better driving, better racing. Yes, tonight there was a few incidents at the start, but we are seeing better racing compared to our Project Cars 2 days.
Yeah, again, I mean, I've got to, it's early days, and as I said, I am technically still on my sabbatical, but yeah, we'll see. It takes a minute or two to get used to ACC after Project Cars, and I still feel like I'm got a lot to learn. So.
Well, Kelly, it's great to speak to you again on the podium. We hope to see you many more times this season and speak to you many more times as well. Well done tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you, and congratulations to Ian. Nice to see him back. And congratulations to Jay being on the podium. I haven't met him yet, but, congratulations.
Indeed it is. Now, funny story is, I was speaking with Jay earlier this season. We're going to speak to him now. Jay goes to Donington Park for the touring cars a lot, Kelly, and we may have bumped into him and not even realised that we've bumped into him.
We like him already then.
We like him already, yeah. That's a drink. That's a drink next time we're at Donington. That's a drink with the lads. Right. Well done.
Not buying it.
Sutty won't buy it. He doesn't drink. Well done to KLF tonight. No, he doesn't. we move on to Jay. Jay, first time we've had you on the podium. Obviously, well, in the conversation for the podium. Obviously, you took your race win last week. How's your season going? How was tonight, Jay? Yeah. I was going to say, as much as it's a disaster for him, you must have loved to see that Porsche go round in your rearview mirror. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you took your race win. Yeah, it's a great result. You took your race win last week. Just talk us about that race win, because obviously we didn't get to speak with you. Yeah. Yeah. Well, if there's one thing about Simplay Motorsport, and Kelly can back me up on this, we love a wet race, don't we, Kelly?
I don't know about love it, but we have. And I mean, if I hadn't messed up my pit stop last week, I might have given you a run then, Jay, as well, in the wet. I was certainly in the box seats for a podium right up until I messed up the pit stop. So yeah, that's so they tell me. Yeah.
Well, Jay, it's brilliant to finally speak to you. It's brilliant to see you on the podium once again. Congratulations on the P3. And we move to a returning face. It's Emo Guy, the Iron Brew car itself. Emo, fantastic to have you back, first of all, and great win. Yeah. Well, you started at Simplay in the GTR on Project Cars 2. You've come back to Simplay in the GTR on ACC. It's the Nissan's first race win, so you've made history there at Simplay by being the first winner in the Nissan. Yeah, talk us through it. 'Cause obviously, you had to come from the back of the grid with the new reverse grid system. That meant that you had a bit more of a task to come forward. Well, Emo, we are going to leave that there because someone's just said we can't hear the drivers, so I don't know which ones. So we will leave it there, but congratulations on the race win, and great to see you back, buddy. PN, final comments from yourself?
Interesting race start. Again, Am's not in position, but they get there.
Yeah.
Let's hope the Pro-Am's put on a bit of a better show tomorrow.
Well, we will wait and see. We will see what happens then, as myself and Benedict Varga will be live. Myself and Benedict Varga will be live with Pro-Am Sooty Apex back on the circuit tomorrow night, so anything could happen. Anything could happen there. Join myself and Benedict Varga, 8 p.m. BST for that one, which is GMT +1 for that one. And then join PM Motorsport back in the commentary box with Dan Davis once again, who will be bringing you the pro action. I'm back on the circuit this week, so we'll see what we can do. But the pros, who's not the cleanest at the moment, it must be said, need to take a tip from these AMA Pro-Am drivers. But it's what a night. It's a first race win for the Nissan. It's a race win back for Emo Guy. It's a podium back for Kelly. And Jay rounded out the top three. Thank you all for tuning in. Good night.
Good night.
And we are clear.
Yeah,
I didn't have my voice on share.